Though few choose to admit it, Madden is one of the most complex games in the industry. The myriad of features and options stuffed into each entry in the series would take most teams several years to complete, yet Tiburon manages to launch the game on time every year without fail. It's an amazing feat, yet it's still not good enough for detractors who consistently call milkage. This year, all bets are off. With the inevitable freshman jitters and the sophomore slump firmly behind it, Madden NFL 08 has no more excuses. This is the year to put up or shut up. The 06 version of Madden was extremely light on modes and options, and last year's game, while improved, was still missing key components. All that has been remedied this season, and it goes the extra mile by including a number of new features as well. The biggest addition is the Showcase. Replacing the Madden Gamer level from last year, you're rewarded with trophies as you complete various requirements strewn throughout the game. Best of all, you can use these trophies as wager bait, putting them on the line in head-to-head competition online or off.
Big battle of man versus machine this one, with the game trophy straight out of the box on the line.
You also have a ring that represents your achievements, adding more bling as you complete objectives. These badges of honor are a great way to add some incentive to victory, and they definitely ratchet up the intensity for players who aren't quite old enough to put real cash on the line. In order to fill your trophy case and give your ring some pop, you're going to have to explore and complete many of the modes in the game, and there are plenty. The Superstar option lets you create a player and then take them through the combine, draft, and training camp. The caveat is that you can only play from that player's perspective, earning influence over the team for great plays and elevating your stature on the squad. On game day, you can always sim pass the plays that your superstar isn't involved in, but that doesn't change the fact that the limited camera view that you're forced to play with keeps you from really being a part of each down. Then there's the franchise mode, where you take a team through 3 decades of play, hoping to build a dynasty. The front office features have finally stepped into the next generation. Just about every facet of running an NFL program is incorporated into this option, including finances, personnel, coaching, and execution on the field. More than one owner can play a franchise at a time, and again, the simulation options are incredible, allowing you to be as hands-on or off as you want. The mini-games that you use to improve your player stats across the various modes haven't changed from last season, which is a good thing, because we still don't think we've managed to master the 40-yard dash. Online, you get the typical ranked and unranked matches, though there is still no league option. One new addition is EA Sports World, where you go to a website and create an avatar. You can then add elements to your avatar by spending points you earn in the game. It's a nice way to customize your online persona and show other players your mettle. But it's also sort of redundant, considering your opponents can always check your achievements list to get the same information. Madden is finally a complete experience on the Xbox 360 and the PlayStation 3. We're still waiting for Tiburon to break the mold and create a football RPG complete with cutscenes and create an online league structure, but what's here is undeniably deep. Between the Lines is where Madden NFL 08 features the most improvement this year. The most obvious change is the addition of player weapons. Each star player is classified into one of 20 categories, like shutdown corner, brick wall defender, possession receiver, and so on. Out on the field, each type of player has another type that trumps it, and there's a lot of strategy in finding the mismatches and exploiting them. The system works extremely well, creating a chess match at the line of scrimmage before each play. In order to do this, you need a lot of pre-snap control, and there are almost too many to get through in Madden NFL 08 before the play clock expires. On defense, you can select down linemen, linebackers, and secondary separately, and then give them orders like pressing the line of scrimmage, dropping into a zone, or calling blitzes from specific locations.
Switches back to pass.
On offense, you have total control over audibles, allowing you to place each player where they'll be effective. You can send men in motion for an extra blocker, focus on a specific receiver using the brand new receiver spotlight option if you fear the blitz is coming up, flip your play, call hot routes, and just about anything else Peyton Manning is doing when he spends 20 minutes barking orders under center in a real NFL game. Once the play is in motion, things get even better. Gang tackles are the biggest new feature, and it's absolutely shocking how much they change the game. The pre-can tackle animations, where you knew if you were going down or not before the tackle was even completed, are a thing of the past. Players dynamically bounce off each other based on their weight and inertia, and for the first time, you really have to run differently with each ball carrier to be effective. Some are good at stiff arms, some can use a spin move to break free, while others have to use their speed to be successful.
Takes it into the open field.
Tackling has also been tweaked. The hit stick now allows for different types of takedowns. Tap it down, and you'll take the runner out at the ankles. It's the perfect option for open field situations when you're squaring up against a quick runner. Tap the stick upwards, and you'll go headhunting trying to cause a fumble. Again, it just adds another layer of depth and provides an advantage to those who really learn the game. As good as the 08 iteration of Madden is, it's not perfect. Turnovers are far too prevalent. An average game with 5-minute quarters will result in at least 5 miscues. Even if you intentionally cover the ball to protect it, players will still cough it up. Once you get the hang of manually controlling D-backs, you'll be picking off passes left and right. The turnovers can be somewhat tolerated as both sides often end up getting jerked around, but the way the computer flat out cheats to be competitive is harder to forgive. Get a lead of more than 14 points, and your top 5 QB turns into Ryan Leaf, and your fumble-proof running back's hands turn into parquet. During the course of the season, there are games the computer apparently feels it must win, making one gross display of superhuman strength after another. These caveats aside, Madden NFL 08 is easily the most realistic 3D football game ever made, and quite honestly, one of the most complex games you'll ever play. There are so many intricacies to separate the men from the boys, and as a head-to-head sports experience, it's hard to beat.
Yes, he has a touchdown!
On a technical level, Madden doesn't really look much better than it did last year. The players, while better proportioned, still have the same level of detail, while the Pine Riders on the sideline and fans in the stands are crudely represented. The Xbox 360 version is definitely superior to the PlayStation 3 iteration. It runs at a better clip and features crisper textures. Where it shines on either platform is in the animation. Because contact is based on physics and multiple players can pile on, you almost never see the same tackle twice. We've been playing the game for 2 solid weeks, and we're still seeing something new every time we boot it up. It's incredible. The audio has its ups and downs. There's more smack talk in this game than in 10 episodes of Jerry Springer, and it definitely builds the on-field atmosphere. Then there's the Homer radio announcer, who is far from an upgrade to the booms and blams of yore from Captain Obvious.
It's caught by Shocky.
They say third time's the charm, and this is certainly the case with this generation of Madden. All the modes have finally made the starting lineup, and there are successful tweaks and additions to both the gameplay and options. It's still more of an evolution than a revolution, but that's like saying LaDainian Tomlinson just got better.